When I moved into my new apartment, the basement was the last thing on my mind.
It was old but clean, and I figured I'd never have to go down there much. Just storage, really. But then the noises started. At first, it was just a faint tapping, like someone knocking on wood around midnight. I'd dismiss it as plumbing or old pipes settling. One night, I decided to investigate. I grabbed a flashlight and headed downstairs. The basement smelled damp, with a faint moldy odor. It was empty except for a few boxes left by the previous tenant. As I reached the bottom step, the tapping stopped. I shone the light around, nothing. Then I heard it again. But this time, it wasn't tapping. It was a whisper. Soft, barely audible, but definitely a voice. I strained to listen. Help me. I froze. No way. I wanted to leave fast. Then I heard footsteps. Slow, dragging footsteps moving toward me from the far end of the basement. I swung the flashlight beam wildly. Nothing. I ran upstairs, locked the door behind me, and didn't sleep. The next day, I asked the landlord about the basement. He said it was just storage, nothing unusual, no history of problems, but I wasn't convinced. That night, the whispering came again. Help me. Over and over. I grabbed my phone and recorded it. The next morning, I played the recording for a friend. He said it sounded like someone trapped or in distress. I decided to check the basement again, but this time with company. We went down with 2 flashlights. We explored every corner, but found nothing. Then, as we passed an old water heater, the whisper came again. Help me. We turned and saw a small, rusted hatch I hadn't noticed before. It was hidden behind a loose panel. The landlord never mentioned it. We pried it open. Inside was a crawl space, dark and cramped. We shone our lights inside but couldn't see much. Then I noticed something written faintly on the wall. Trapped. No idea who wrote it. We called the landlord immediately. He looked nervous. After some prodding, he admitted the basement was used years ago for storage, but a tenant disappeared mysteriously, never found. We called the police. They searched the crawl space and basement thoroughly but found nothing. The whispering stopped after that night. I moved out a month later, but sometimes, when I close my eyes, I still hear that soft voice, help me.